What's up, everybody? Jersey here from windowcleaner.com and, of course, WCR Nation. And it is Wednesday all day long, which means it's Johnny B Day. How's it going, man?
How we doing? How you doing?
Fantastic. I could be a little bit warmer, but I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah, it's a slow climb here. We're getting there. We're in 50s. We're still, reaching freezing temps at night, but it's going up.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely. Today, we're actually going to be talking about how far out somebody will book. And it's great to talk about that now because April 1st is literally Saturday. So, yes, calendrically it's spring, but April is another mindset change in a lot of people's things. And I know a lot of people who April 3rd, which is Monday, is actually their first day for their season to start. So,
yeah, I guess it's different all around the country, right? And, a lot of times with spring, you never know if it's going to be rainy or, cold. Windy is sometimes an issue, so it can definitely cause some issues for people.
Yeah. And if you're here, yes, please do yell at me for being late. I was on the phone. That's my fault. But tell me how far out you'll book. Like, will you be 4 weeks out, 6 weeks out, 2 weeks out? Like, how far is too far? That's what I'd love to hear. And the Wise Guys is here, by the way. What's going on?
Love it.
Mr. Mike.
Yeah. You've got to think when guys start out that it's pretty much one job at a time, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to get their word out.
That's really my idea and theory behind it all is that I want to advertise as much as possible when I'm busy because it's like selling a cheeseburger. You sell a cheeseburger when somebody's hungry. So that's the best time to strike. That's the best time for ads. That's the best time for anything. And people achieve, like when they sit around and go, oh man, I got to get my windows cleaned. I got to get my windows cleaned. They're not actually worried as much about getting the windows cleaned as much as getting them scheduled to be cleaned. So when it's in somebody's brain, you go, great, I could schedule you for 3 weeks out. It'll end up being April 27th. We'll get there, and it'll be between 9 and 10. They're like, great, awesome. Well, thank you. It's off their plate because it's now in the works, right? So a lot of that comes to when they're actually getting it scheduled versus when it actually gets done.
Right. And guys also schedule differently, right? Like guys will have kind of, if they have a long-standing relationship with somebody, they'd be willing to, I'll be there next week. They know the windows will get done. So I guess, it depends on your relationship with your clients and everything like that, I suppose, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And some clients are worth, they are able to have them wait. And then some people will call you and go, I have a birthday party this weekend. Can you be here? And it's like, it's Wednesday. No. And
Right.
sometimes they'll find somebody will drop everything for them, but it sometimes can't be you. So never a bad thing. Window Guys, by the way, said April is full. Congrats on that. That's awesome. June is full. That's also awesome. But you said you're booking May. So there's a lull there. I would love to hear why May is not full, but yet June is full. Unless you're doing the dentist close, and that's just from last June. So either way, congrats. It's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I really like the whole, obviously 2 weeks is better than 4 weeks as far as getting people scheduled in. But if you're 6 weeks out, if you hire a crew, now you're only, say, 3 weeks out, right? But now if things slow down, then you have too many crews. So it's like this catch-22 of not quite knowing what's right and what's wrong. And that's kind of where some of this ends up being a little bit of an issue with scheduling.
Yeah, you have to be strategic, and especially like we said early on, like the weather can be weird. So I mean, it could say that it's going to rain and then never actually rain. And I guess early on in spring, it's something that you take day by day, and just keeping in communication with your clients and making sure that everything gets handled, and you're not, I guess, holding on to too much and trying to juggle a lot.
For you being in New York, or I know you're not really in New York now, but darn close. In that market, what is the date that signifies actual spring for you? Just as a consumer, like, hey, the weather is here. It's now Memorial Day or whatever that date is. What is that date that feels like now spring is here?
I guess for me specifically, my birthday is early May, so around then, trees start to, you can notice them blooming, and um, on the coast, it definitely happens earlier, I'd say. You start to see it late April, early May, but it can certainly fluctuate. Yeah,
I'm trying to see if you can actually see the trees, but you can't. They're all
not
green,
really.
all bloomed, all our leaves
Oh, that's
are.
great. Yeah, we're starting to bud a little bit if you look closely, but nothing crazy just yet here. I mean, for me, I always like to say like spring starts March 20th, but ideally, you're waiting out April for the most part. April
Yeah,
can be on and off. I mean, we're getting a 70 degree day on Saturday, but it's going to be rainy.
yeah.
So,
And that's the big thing that it's all in people's brains. But what's weird is one day you'll have 2 calls, and then the next day you'll have 22 calls. And it's like, well, everybody's not talking to each other. Something triggered it in their brain, and it's not 100% weather, but something triggered it. And if we could figure that out, we'd be filthy, filthy rich. But that's where the start happens. That's where spring actually happens, is when the consumer or our customers decide it is.
I know people get that spring buzz going when you feel that first like 60-degree day. People are like, that's it, it's spring. I don't care what weather occurs
Yeah.
go after this, but it's spring now. So
It's the but in Wisconsin, what was weird was um, when somebody put shorts on, like when you put shorts on, you didn't put pants on again until you were done with shorts. Like you can't go back and forth mentally.
right,
So
right.
that was what was our spring was. It was that, okay, we got shorts going on. That's it. No turning back. Like either I do it or I don't. So
Right, right. Yeah, I'm kind of along that route, because once I put shorts on, it's I kind of do summer. I don't know, but you're working out in the window cleaning. You don't want pants on, and even May.
yeah, yeah. Window guys just said it. The phone rings when it's sunny and warm, and that's very
Mhm.
true too. When you have those first, like you said, this Saturday for anybody who's in your area hits that first 70-degree day. Oh man, they're calling. Now it's on a Saturday, which isn't great, but it just all day they're going to be walking around their house or out in their yard and go, "Oh, this is great." Now, by the way, I have to like do my fall cleanup or my spring cleanup, and I have to look. Oh, I got algae on my house, and then that's when they see everything. And then Monday this week, if you're in New York after that first 70-degree day, it's going to be busier than crazy, just because people had time to let it fester and find everything they need to get done. So
Yeah, and I guess it depends on what your world is. Baseball season starting up here, so I wonder if that rings in people's heads. Oh, spring's here.
how sad are you that hockey's wrapping up?
It's pretty sad. I mean, the Devils have made the playoffs, so that's we're still rocking and rolling
That's
in
good. They're
Carolina.
still not as good as the Hurricanes, but I mean, you still, I mean, they're they're up there.
2.2 3-point difference, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. I just, but no, yeah, you got to get ready for spring. You got to get ready for the scheduling. And one of the ways to do that is to get supplies ordered. So, Mr. Johnny B, tell us how somebody can get a hold of you because they want to use you and have you as their rep.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. A huge part, obviously, of scheduling is having your items and equipment that you need. If you do need equipment, anything at all, feel free to give me a call. I'm at 862-312-2024. Happy to help you place an order. Happy to talk window cleaning. Happy to talk anything related to window cleaning at all.
Can somebody call you and talk about mustaches?
They could if it pertains to boar's hair.
Horsehair. There you go. Well, no, I really appreciate hanging out. And guys, if you need anything, please do let us know. We would love to absolutely help. And we do this live every single day, even when we're late. Sorry about that, Mike. But we do it at 2, or I should say around 2. So come back again tomorrow. We'll be here again live. But until then, have a great day.